and it would be very easily to do. Here's the thing. Also, is looking at your graph, going back to your graphic that you had showing Big Bear Lake. If you look at Big Bear Lake, if they do have these west winds on a typical summer day, what happens looking straight due east from Big Bear Lake is that I don't know that I would feel comfortable calling it a desert low, but you get the influences of the high desert, and that actually creates a east wind running through that Big Bear Valley area. And it's pretty well known among the aviation community is right out there at Big Bear Airport, there's a wind shear. And it's a convergence of the onshore wind and that desert low, for lack of a better term, giving that east wind. And
Yeah, Tim talked about that too, about how we just don't have many fires that go up and over.
Right, and they hit that desert low influence. And the same thing happens down south in San Diego County. When you get outside of Julian, you'll get that desert low influencing, and the front country there, the fire doesn't always go over. But if this is an enhanced onshore wind event, like you mentioned, it could override that desert low and push further east.
Okay. So I think the people who are watching this from Big Bear, they want to know, like, what's the probability that we're going to have that the fire is going to run this far in the next, several days. And so
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
something,
as a fire behavior analyst, like, how do you approach a question like that?
Well, so a fire behavior analyst, what you do is you time tag the fire's travel, and you also associate that with time tagging the objectives that the firefighters have. And so it's our job to say, okay, how long is it going to take us to create these barriers for fire spread before the fire gets there? And in this case with Big Bear, we really have to rely on a couple different things. The community itself on the south shore, those are all north aspect slopes on there. So the fire would probably run up Santa Ana River drainage and then go up those south facing slopes and hit that ridge above Big Bear and substantially slow down. That's one scenario that we would hope for on a bread and butter fire without any type of large weather event. I think I would be
We've also
more.
got the Radford fire there from 2022 that
Yes.
will kind of be a catcher's mitt on fire coming up towards kind of the Moon Ridge area, right?
Yep, it'll be on the backside of Moon Ridge area.
So kind of just to the east of Snow Summit, we've kind of got this recent burn that kind of protects that. And we also got these fire lines that were put in during Radford that are probably being reopened.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So you would get that on that slope reversal would definitely be a huge area of tactical advantage for the Big Bear communities. I would still be a bit concerned about the North Shore and the fire going the way that example I showed you on the North Shore and through that corridor there, because there isn't much fire history through that area, and it's also all south aspects slopes on there. So those are pretty hot slopes.
Hot slopes meaning they take the bulk of the